Welcome students to this new class. In the last class we saw what are the critical properties of a substance, and we saw what are these critical temperature and critical pressure, and we saw that, and we saw this example, what are the critical temperature and pressure of butane, propane, etc., some important substances. Now in this lecture I will tell you, as you can see on the screen, a new method to express the state. Actually it is the application of this critical data. A new method was developed to express the state of a substance. What is the meaning of state of a substance? As you already know, state of a substance, it is nothing but actually this is your PV diagram. I am not making the full PV diagram, but I'm just showing a substance here. So suppose this is a substance, a state, and the substance you can show here like this. I already saw this, the pressure like this. Suppose the pressure is P1 and temperature of this fluid is T1 and volume is V1. So this is the state of the substance. You can show it this way: P1 or rather first P1 then T1, P1 T1, whatever way you can say that. So this is your state of a substance. So you need 3 parameters, and suppose you change the temperature, suppose you put more pressure, suppose you change the pressure, you put more weight here, so the pressure will change, or rather you can say like this. I will make it this way here. So the volume will decrease and pressure will you have put more weight on this, so pressure suppose P2, and suppose temperature also changed, T2, and V2 is the volume. So where will this state come? It will come here, because volume had reduced and pressure has increased, so it will come here. So suppose this is your state 2, state 1, state 2. So we are showing them by this numbers. So you will write here P2, T2 and V2. So what I mean to say is that state means the parameters, 3 parameters that you use to represent the state. Now here comes a new method to express the state of state, to express the state. So how you will do that? You will take you will use this critical information of a substance to express the state new way, and we will understand this with the help of an example. We are taking here, suppose we are taking chlorine gas. Suppose you have been given chlorine gas at like this. We will always use this kind of apparatus to better understand. A weight is here and the gas is balancing this weight. It means the pressure of the gas is here is equal to the weight of this element. So suppose pressure is suppose you can say 5 bar, you can say 2 bar pressure we are creating, and suppose temperature is 25 degrees centigrade, and it will have some volume. So we are not very much interested in volume. Basically we are interested in 2 important data, that is P and T. So this is for chlorine gas, it is our actual system. Now we take the critical data of chlorine gas, it is here. So what is the critical temperature? 144.05 degree centigrade is the critical temperature, and what is the critical pressure? It is 77.10 bar. always we will use subscript PC. 70, it was 77.10 bar. 77.10 bar is the critical pressure. So first let's convert it to Kelvin, because all the processing is done in Kelvin, not degree centigrade. So first we'll convert that. For that you will add, as you already know, this this thing will be added to it. So the sum you will get sum is 417.20 Kelvin. Okay, and also convert this also. So, and one important point is this, that when you write the temperature in Kelvin, you write it in capital letter. So now it has become 41720. It is just the way to express things. Whenever you are writing degree centigrade, you write in a small letter, and when you are writing in Kelvin, then represent it with capital T. Okay, now we are converting the, what is the state of this, current state of this substance. So again just add this data. So 298.15 Kelvin. So it is just representing the temperature in Kelvin and nothing else. Now we are again coming to this thing, that a new method. What is that new method to express the state? What we will do here, that we will divide this temperature with this temperature. So what we are doing, actually we are dividing. Actually it's very important information, or you can say something very important data it will give, that will be used in finding other data. So this way you will divide it. So after dividing, what you got? 0.714, and the same way you divide pressure with critical pressure, and it will be, your pressure is 5 bar, I think it is 2 bar. 2 bar divided by the critical pressure, as you can see it is this. So divide it. So this way you got new data. As you can see that you got this data and this data, and this data has been termed like this. It is represented by T subscript R and P subscript R, and these are called reduced temperature. New name has been given, and reduced pressure. So now what is its meaning? That the state you were representing here with pressure and temperature, now that state can be represented like, for example, here the state is, current state that we are showing with temperature 25 degrees centigrade, or you can take first pressure, 2 bar pressure, 25 degree centigrade temperature, and volume, whatever volume it is, we are not very much interested in volume. So this is, or what you can say do here. So you can use units here so that it does not create confusion. So 2 bar and 25 degrees centigrade is the state of the system here, as you can see this. But now this is the new data we have got, and it is called reduced temperature and reduced pressure. So as you can say that we are discussing the method, a new method to express the state. The state of this system, that is the chlorine gas, can also be shown by this data also, 0.0259. So this is the new method. With the help of reduced temperature and reduced pressure, you can show the state of a substance, like for example here you can show the state with this data also, and this is called PR and TR data. The significance of it you will see later, and it's very important actually. It connects all the substances, whether it is chlorine, oxygen, carbon dioxide. So you will just see that thing, but up to now just learn this thing, that how reduced temperature and reduced pressure is calculated. So again I am writing the formula. So this is the summary. Reduced temperature is the temperature divided by critical temperature, and reduced pressure divided by the critical pressure. Now we can do one more example, then we can end this lecture. So I am taking one more example so that there is no confusion about this. This time we can take what gas we can take? We can take ammonia. So we will use ammonia here. So this is the numerical. Ammonia gas is given at pressure 10 bar and temperature 40 degree centigrade. So ammonia gas is there in a cylinder. You can take it this way, and the pressure that it is showing is 10 bar, and the temperature of the cylinder is 40 degree centigrade. So what you have to do is that what is TR and PR of this cylinder or of this gas, and critical data has been given to you like this. So solution is, first you will find critical temperature in Kelvin. So Tc plus, very simple, Kelvin. What is the, and you will get this process is only required when you are given critical temperature in degree centigrade, but if you are given in Kelvin directly, then you don't need to convert. So now you can find reduced temperature. The formula is temperature divided by Tc. So here also you will convert the temperature. This is actually T. So T plus, how much is it? 40 plus this, it will be. So this is the value you will get. Now you write it, this all this data, divide it, and you will get TR to be. So this is your reduced temperature of ammonia, and reduced pressure the same way, P divided by Pc. And what is P? Pressure is 10 bar, and the critical pressure is 112.8. Divide it, you will get 0.0886 is the reduced pressure. And the thing you see that it has got no unit. That is also very important. So in a state of showing the state with 10 bar and 40 degree centigrade, you can show the state with 0.77 and 0.0886. Only giving this data also you can show the state of the system or this ammonia gas. So we end this lecture here. In the next lectures we will use this concept of reduced pressure and temperature. Actually this lecture was just to introduce the concept of reduced pressure and reduced temperature. So thank you very much.